So sorry, but I'm not taking off my glass.
Lockyer takes a shot. It's low. He's got it. I think he's got it.
Merlin, are you going to speak?
But for me, it was a winner. David.
Well, I'm afraid it wasn't for me, Margaret.
Thank God you're here. Grandma's been raped.
On. Let's go.
Yeah, Dad.
Welcome back to On the Air Tonight, big fella.
Is that it? Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're back for episode 20.
Double digits.
We brought up, I was going to say a baker's dozen, but that's 30. It's a score.
Yeah, it's 20.
Score is 20.
Score is 20.
Yep.
Yeah, who would have thought we'd be here at episode 20?
Not me.
All those months back.
Yep. I had absolute disbelief after last week. Episode 19 was like, we're not going to see. We're not going to see.
We won't make it. We came this close.
Content we have is not plenty. We will never make it to 20.
No.
And I proved myself wrong.
Yeah, and I mean you're your own worst critic, you know. So if you're defying yourself, then that's all you need.
This is
to be
true. I'm a
doing.
coward. Just throw your phone around. That'll be good background noise.
It's on silent on the
People
table.
are just like, are they just throwing bodies around in the studio?
We won't worry about that. Like, well, I'm very yellow today, aren't I?
You are.
For the YouTube viewers.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this, listening to Tom throw his weight around, just tossing his phone
Throwing
nonchalantly,
his weight around the table.
tossing his phone across the room. He's got a big yellow can, big 4X gold, and he's got the 4X man on the front, but it's a Violent Soho shirt.
So that doesn't say 4X like it normally would on the Captain Castle man. It says Soho.
I don't know if these 4K cameras will pick that up.
Yeah, you just have to take my word for it.
Yeah, probably biggest Soho fan in the room anyway.
Well, yeah, one of us are going to see them live. One
Yeah.
of us is the other one's a coward.
This is true. Yeah, I just don't want to spend $99 on the greatest thing that Brisbane's ever produced.
Yeah. Don't build my case for me of how much of a pussy you are.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm like, yeah, it's exactly what I've been saying. No, it'll be fun. You don't have to come, man. You can do your own thing.
I'm sure it'll be more fun without me there.
Nah, I'd really love to have you there, but we'll go to another concert at some point.
Yeah, look, I might just panic and just get an impromptu one.
Yeah.
Who's opening for them again?
You too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's going to be shit.
Sorry, another band you like, The Killers.
All right. Just pick the two, yeah.
Babe Rainbow.
Yeah, right. Doesn't really fit the palette of Violent Soho.
Babe Rainbow opening for...
You don't even know who's opening for them.
No, I don't. It's at River Stage.
Yeah.
That's
in like 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. 1st of May, I think. So I've been told.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to give a soft maybe right now.
Fuck yeah, we'll get you there.
Yep.
If you see me and Jake, if you see Jake about a Violent Soho concert on the OTAT socials, you'll know he made it.
He's a wishy-washy bastard.
He changed his mind in the best of ways.
And he's got the worst FOMO.
Hey, he's flipping around like a Magikarp.
But yeah, welcome back. Episode 20. It's a big one. Milestone, I guess.
Milestone.
We like even numbers here.
Yep. 19 was maths. 20 is even bigger.
Yep.
Arguably the biggest.
So we're recording this during the finale, I think, of
yeah,
maths.
Yeah, so I think the finale goes to air next week or something. But you can go and listen to us talk about episode 27 of maths right now.
Yes, a very doctored episode.
Yeah, yeah. Recording time, unfiltered, unedited, was I think about an hour and 20.
We're just so disoriented from the new setup.
Uploaded was an hour and 2.
Yeah.
This is so solid 18 minutes of...
A good refining, I'd say.
Much like this episode will probably be 2 hours of sitting here and then 40 minutes of upload.
Nah, we'll get through 20 minutes and be like, yeah, gold.
It's all perfect.
Flawless victory.
How have you been since the last recording?
Yeah, good. I've
Been up to much, Mike?
Yeah, so for those watching, you'll notice I've got a fair bit of weight on the back of my head.
Talk about throwing your weight around.
Yeah, I know. I've shaved the mullet. The mullet is gone.
Heinous.
After last week saying it had its own a mind of its own, I just thought, you know what? I need to just get back and having my own brainwaves come out properly. Nothing just bogging it down.
Yeah, just the one thing operating all this.
Yeah.
The one mind.
Yeah, it was like a swamp on the back of my head, just not good.
Beautiful swamp.
Yeah, I was looking at it during the editing process, like, What have I done?
It's a bit sad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're gonna have far less views and far less listens now that you're a fucking generic
Just
ass.
Palatable white boy.
Every other guy in Brisbane, man, you've lost your peacock. You were peacocking.
Yeah, that's true. But if also my hair is the peak of my personality, then I've got bigger issues going on as well.
Now you've got a crisis of identity.
Yeah. But now just got the average Joe crew cut going on.
Yeah, looks good. Looks great. What are we watching this week, champion?
We are watching.
As I throw my phone around again.
Just tossing your weight around. So this week we are watching the one and only Ice Road Truckers.
IRTX.
Yeah, season 10. So
yeah,
surprising to me that this show has been going for 10 years.
Yeah, huge week. So we're going to have a bit of fun with Ice Road Truckers in a second.
We are.
Before we get to that, of course, we have our weekly resident reviewer. So 5 stars again this week.
Yes!
Just fucking perfect every week. Out of the park.
Flawless.
Never just set a foot wrong in part Australian, part Chinese eyes.
I can tell you're the favourite child.
All right, 5 stars. This is on the maths episode.
Yeah, last week. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
The OTAT team kick another goal. Well done. I'm guilty of watching maths and I am not proud of it. It's like watching a car crash. You can't tear your eyes away. What started as a quirky little reality TV show years ago has morphed into a juggernaut that can't be stopped. Depressing and hilarious at the same time. Keep up the good work, OT80.
He's not wrong. I think that's the status quo for any reality TV show that just hits its peaks. It's you can't tear your eyes away from it, but at the same time, there's something about it just like, oh, am I really spending like the next 2 to 3 hours watching this absolute shit show of a shit show?
Depressing and hilarious. All at the same time. Yep.
Deplarious.
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 Deplorable.
Deplarious. I like that. That's a new coin
Deplarious.
term for OTAT.
Fuck yeah, dude. Welcome back to OTAT, the most deplarious show about free-to-air content in Australia.
Yeah, we didn't even do our tag. The number one show reviewing free-to-air television.
Done.
Except I didn't say podcast. I said show. Fuck, he's fucked it again. All right, come back next week. We're just going to have this ongoing bit that every time every opening of the episode, we just have a flawed introduction.
It's Ep 150. We're still going.
You're going to have to tune in next week for us to get it right.
Have you watched any more of maths since we spoke about it last week?
No, I've been blissfully unaware. So
it's been heating up.
Has it?
Oh, sort of. Not really. Same old shit. They had a dinner party where they called Bryce's. They promoted it as they were going to call Bryce's mistress.
Beep.
Yeah, mistress. The maestros.
Bryce's is mistress.
Bryce's is mistress.
Fried rice's side of spring rolls.
Bruce's mistress. Yeah, beep.
As they refer to on the show, we didn't really get to that last week.
We were joking before that they don't censor that name for privacy. It's just because her name's cunt.
We can't use it. Bryce, you could have found any girl in Canberra. You found the one named cunt.
Oh my God, he's been seeing this girl named cunt. Like, oh, get the beep out.
She's really nice.
No one reacts at the dinner table. Like, it's insane. It's like, it's a Sarah.
All right, play on.
Yeah, play on. Right, she seems great.
But yeah, you've obviously been digging through the trawls of the subreddits of maths and finding any blog you can to just find any juicy gossip on what's been going on.
No, mate. I'm up to date on what the idiot box shows me, but I leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't go any further.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maths is going great.
Yep. And things are just first world problems in that world, but a reality TV show that I think is a little bit more invigorating, that just leaves you on the edge of your seat for genuine reasons, is Ice Road Truckers.
IRTX. Ice Road Truckers 10.
Yeah, so
what a week.
What a week.
What an episode for the podcast.
Absolutely.
What a week it's going to be.
Yeah, we're going all the way out to Winnipeg in Canada.
Yeah.
The
out and about.
The cold place of Winnipeg, where they talk about in season 10 things are really heating up, no pun intended, on the ice roads, because bloody El Nino.
Yeah, El Nino, otherwise known as what I call global warming.
It's actually a hot current, but we're just going to call it global warming.
Nah, it's the Earth heating up. It's the rising sea levels. I can tell.
I just don't think they're ever
It's
going
us getting what we're owed.
Never-
Fucking this Earth over.
Yeah, they're just never going to broach it being climate change on ice road truckers. The ice is melting.
Yeah, they're all climate deniers. They're like, it's not because the Earth's getting warmer. It's because it's just a bit hotter outside every day.
Yeah, one of the blokes literally says he's like, I've been driving these roads for 20 years and I've never seen flowing water. Now it's like a fucking waterfall on one side of me.
Not climate change. No, it's just they're just putting more rivers in down here. Someone keeps putting lakes.
I've delivered like 20 heaters in the past 6 months, all right? It's definitely those cunts just leaving them on during the night.
Yeah, it's just all these chimneys out here. It's these trees. What is ice road truckers? If we must before we jump
if we
into
must
it.
elaborate, ice road truckers is pretty much what it's named. It's just a show about these truckers in the very northern parts of America, so the iciest parts of Minnesota, all of Canada, the Rockies as they're called, and Alaska, where these truckers have to basically the truck drivers. That's what they're called. That's the actual scientific term.
Truckers on icy roads.
Tructorious, drivorious, as they're known in the science community. But yeah, they have to deliver this cargo and deliveries basically. I'm doing a great job describing it.
I mean, I think
they're drivers. They drive trucks and they deliver.
I reckon you could condense it down to 3 words, which is ice road truckers.
Pretty much. It doesn't need any explanation, but yeah. So basically there's these desperate communities all over the Rockies that without people actually delivering them cargo throughout the year, they're basically fucked. Like they're isolated. They're not going to, they won't survive the harsh winters if they're not given like their supply of food, construction, amenities, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, milk.
Yeah,
milk. Cold milk, yeah. They these guys are it's very high stakes because you like, I've never watched an episode before, but you just think like, oh yeah, ice road truckers, it's guys driving on ice, but then you're like, oh yeah, all these people will die if we don't get this pallet to this town.
Yeah.
And then also I'm probably going to die by driving it there.
Yeah.
So it's very
high stakes.
It's up here. The tension's high throughout the whole thing.
100%. Yeah. Initially I thought it was like, not giving much thought to it, but are these guys just literally just driving over roads that are a little bit snowy and a bit icy? What's risky about that? Just put some bloody chains on your tyres, mate.
It's not that hard.
Get her done.
We've all been to Thredbo. Hey?
Have we?
Hey?
Come on.
Driven up mountains.
Come on, mate.
How hard can it be?
That ain't living, Jack.
Been out there to Jindabyne. What's that got on? Is it Sagawaki Waka? What's the name of the town?
Pekanjicum.
No, it's... What's the other one?
Oh.
There's another that was like Wagasakioka or something.
Wagasakamaka or something.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally something like that. We're just making fun of it. Just, what a stupid name for a town.
That's why no one lives out there. No one wants to put that on their fucking postal address.
Yeah, after our little Google, we did like a Google to find some information on the show. And it just says like, I think one of the number one facts is like, people from those towns just refuse to be filmed. Like they don't want anything to do with the show. It's like, it's because you got a shit name for your town.
They all just hate ice road truckers.
No one goes to live out there.
Yeah. The only people that watch the show are people who aren't from there.
Yep.
And all the locals like,
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Because from their perspective, it probably just feels like, we're these just desperate, helpless critters, and the only people helping us are these just these simpleton blokes in the back of their big semi trailers.
It's a good point. They never, when they make it to the little desperate communities and drop the load off, they're always like, I made it and I dropped out the load. They're more Canadian, aren't they? We made it.
Oh yeah, I made it through the cold snow, and now I'm gonna go home and bed my wife.
Yeah, but when they get to the local towns, they never get any footage or like interviews with the locals going, "Thank you so much."
Yeah,
it's always just like Big Dara's still on screen.
I think we said it 300 times throughout the episode, but it's literally just the most get her done mentality you've ever seen. Just, oh yeah, I pack up the truck and I drive over these roads that are made of ice, and then I drop off this cargo in ice in an icy town, and then I drive back over the ice to my ice cold wife, have an ice cold beer, and then I do it all over again.
It's the most simple quest of all time. It's like if a 10-year-old wrote a short story, it's this guy's life every day.
Oh yeah, he drives over some cold stuff.
He starts out at point A, and he's got to get it to point B. What's going to happen along the way?
Get her done.
Get her done.
To be continued.
Oh yeah, I drive along and I go to work. I almost die. I go home. I pay my taxes. I bed my wife, and I wake up and do it all again the next day.
I have pancakes with no maple syrup because everything's fucking frozen.
Once again, I tipped my maple syrup upside down. Nothing came out.
It's just an icicle.
Nothing came out. It's just a big leaf-shaped icicle.
I literally smash the bottle and lick it as I'm eating my cold flapjacks.
And a maple leaf icicle. The microwaves don't work. They're frozen over. I can't.
Yeah, they just don't know what heat is. They're just so used to the cold.
Oh yeah. If I leave it out for the summer, if I leave it out for 6 months, it'll be ready to eat.
If I go to California, I'm going to sound like a normal person, but my voice is completely frozen over.
Why do you think we all talk like Francis McDormand from Fargo? It's the one film we have on cable out here. Everything, the Foxtel boxes are frozen shut. We have Coen Brothers on repeat.
That was the peak commercial during our viewing on Channel 7. So it's on Channel 7, by the way, Ice Road Truckers. You can go check out season 10.
Season 10, episode 1 is what we watched. It's called All for One or something like that.
Yeah.
Season 10, episode 1 is what it's called.
Yeah, it's something about raising the stakes, I think.
Yeah, All for One and All for Nothing, something like that.
You'll get there.
You'll figure it out.
But yeah, it's
that's what they sound like.
Yeah, and it's one of the most difficult accents. We keep slipping into doing your Jordan Peterson accent midway through. Oh yeah, I feel like I'm really just going on a really cold trip now.
I'm hanging out in Ireland and I'm river dancing with Moradors, and then I'm jumping I'm jumping over to Winnipeg.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, me and the lads, we went down for a couple of pints of Guinness, and then at the end of the morning, I woke up and I was in fucking Alaska. Would you believe it? And then I just had to adopt this shitty accent.
In our Guinness, what we do.
Keep going.
In our Guinness, what we do is we put some maple syrup in there. Oh yeah, and I'm telling you, I'm trying to cooperate. That's Fargo. All I can do is Fargo characters. Just Bill Macy from Fargo.
Oh, look, it's a Moradorialis.
Oh, look, it's a fucking shit show. It's a fucking nightmare of a podcast right there, and a guy can't do it.
I was like, you talking about Ice Road Truckers or OTAT?
Oh, the Northern Lights.
But it's definitely a completely different way of living. Like, we can make as much fun of it as we want, and we will.
Don't you worry.
But yeah, these truckers are resupplying winter communities. Essentially, season 10 is all focused around how El Nino, not global warming in their opinion, is affecting the ice roads every season. It's just getting every year it's getting worse and worse. It's not just driving across roads; it's driving across fucking lakes that are completely frozen over, which I didn't take the time to think about.
Yeah, they're actually just lakes that are frozen.
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, that's just a part of living in fucking Northern America, I guess. And it's like we do not get that over here.
The northest of north.
Yeah. So this guy that was the most sketchy part of the show, is probably that one guy that was just driving across literally ice, and as he's going, it's so sketchy that he has to drive with his door open because he has to have the option to just make a quick escape at any point.
Yep.
So he's driving along in the truck, hearing it go crack, as he's hanging out the door going, yeah, if this cracks even the slightest bit, this truck's going down like a lead balloon and I'm going with it.
Yep.
So I'm hanging out the door as the cameraman still has two hands on the camera.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the cameraman's just like, I guess I'm fucked then.
Do I get an ejector seat as well? Or he's like, no. Oh yeah, you die with it. It'll be great footage though.
You think the show's going ahead if my truck goes in the river, in the lake?
Oh, it'll get cancelled.
You're fucked.
I'll be coming for my payout.
But yeah, literally we were watching and just like, this guy's a truck driver. Surely they should wear a seatbelt. It's like, nah, driving across a lake, just got to hang half your body out. Just like, yep, this might go down anytime I'm carrying 25 tons on the back of this semi-trailer.
literally. And because he's not wearing a seatbelt the whole show, so he can make the quick escape, they all just fucking bounce around. Like they hit their roofs on their heads on the roof of the truck
dude.
like 4 times, and they're just like, oh yeah, that's a big one.
So yeah, the names of the truckers are like Daryl, Mark, Art,
Lisa,
another Daryl,
Lisa Kelly.
It's just the most just simple folk. Like I can't explain it any better than just get her done attitude. People just real salt of the earth. Just have lived a simple life of like, yep, we're gonna help these communities out around us.
I've been doing this for 30 years. I mean, like that's all I know is just going on the roads, going on these icy roads, and in all my 30 years, I've never seen it this wet. And it's like, man, just get a nice little office job. Just go get somewhere with some heating.
Yeah, so yeah, we were looking at it. I was like, surely these guys, the risk that they go through, they get paid shitloads. Like there's got to be high risk, high reward for what they're actually doing. It's like, nah, average pay is 40 grand. It's like, oh, I'm complaining about an office job where I want a pay bump. And these guys are literally just like, well, best case scenario, like my balls fall off just due to fucking hypothermia.
And that's per winter as well. Like that's not for because they probably don't have, I suppose they would have another job during not winter. Like they would do something else because their job wouldn't,
Yeah, what was Mark doing? Like in his, because he was saying was he a tree lopper or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Would these communities that they reach, would they be inaccessible in the summer because the lakes aren't frozen over to get
Surely, yeah, that must be it. Like that's why they can only make the deliveries during the winter when the lakes are frozen over.
Even when it's at its sketchiest, it's still less sketchy than a fucking melted lake.
Yeah,
then it's the only way you can get there.
Which is just like,
winter.
Why?
So,
why are you living out so far where society or civilization can only reach you 3 months or 2 months out of the year?
I mean, people, they have to live out there to service like fucking, I don't know, electricity towers. And, you know, there's like always just people doing research and shit out in the North Pole.
I guess,
It's like, yeah. But these guys make 40K per winter. So yeah, I don't know what they do for like the rest of the year, but it's like, it's not even 40. Yeah. It's just like, there's no danger pay. There's no benefits or anything. It's just fucking like, why? So why do you do it? What's the point? You make as much as probably the clerk at Coles.
I suppose
in America, fucking give me something.
Just like a paralegal job.
Yeah, I was just like a Safeway, or like a
Walmart.
Thank you.
Okay. It's like, where are you going? I thought you were just thinking of like basically middle wage paid jobs. You're like, no, I'm thinking of just one in particular. Just give me a store, any store. Walgreens, Walmart,
an American supermarket.
Jim Hortons, like
Jim Hortons.
Yep.
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons. Jesus. Yep. So I'm the wrong one.
I'm correcting you now. Dude.
God damn it.
Timmy Hortons. Get your donut balls.
I imagine the reason that they do it is just like the big dickery that you would feel, just like, yes, I'm supplying this community. They get to live for another 12 months because I delivered some irrigation piping to them. They can actually put in proper plumbing now.
Yeah, they're just God complexing themselves. They're like, these people could not even begin to exist without me.
That's one way of looking at it.
It's very selfish of them.
Instead of them like, yeah, no, I need to do this because I'm really helping them. It's like, you couldn't fucking live without me.
It's so selfish of these ice-road truckers.
You bloody Inuits.
They only do it because it makes them feel good about themselves.
It's so selfish.
Fucking pricks.
What are you compensating for with your 18 meals, you prick?
Why do you do it every single year? What are you risking your life for? Does it make you feel good or something?
It gets my dick real hard.
Because my dick eye's hard.
So yeah, they've got a few different characters on the show. They've got a Mark Dewey, who's the guy who was like basically hanging out the side of a semi trailer. He's like, yeah, I've been driving these roads for 20 years. I've never seen running water in my life.
Yeah. But it doesn't worry him. He plows right through. Old Mike. Is this the guy that we did a bit of research for after the show?
No, I think that was
It was Derek or something.
Yeah, it was Derek or Larry.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
We'll say it was Derek.
There was a guy on the show who on this
Todd?
episode. No, it wasn't Todd. It was No, I wasn't.
Oh no, Todd Dewey was the guy I was just talking about. It's Todd Dewey, and Mark was the dude who started the company with one of the other truckers, Lisa.
Who was the guy in the airplane?
Mark.
Oh, that's Mark.
Yeah, the guy who nearly got T-boned in the episode we watched.
Yeah. So it is funny. They go through like, and I mean, this is probably another part of like why they do it. Another part of why they do it is it's like this. It's like fucking Top Gun out there. Like they have competition. They have like, it's like PBs and like there's like legends and stories of like, yeah, this guy's really made a name for himself out here on the roads.
Yes.
He's a bit of a maverick. He's a bit of a wild card.
Yep. We only see him around here once every 2 years, and when he comes in, he orders the same thing, and he doesn't say a word to anyone. And then he's back out on the road delivering something.
Delivering pipes.
Delivering milk and pipes.
Essential pipes.
To lumpy milk and shitty pipes out to Pikanjicum.
That's what we were saying when the locals of
Pikanjicum.
When fucking...
Say it again.
What is it?
Pikanjicum.
Pikanjicum.
There you go.
Pikanjicum.
Isn't I?
When these drivers get out to Pikanjicum.
Pikanjicum.
Pikanjicum. When the drivers get out to Pikanjicum with like just kilometers of steel pipe just curled up.
Yep.
And like 2x4 metal planks, they get there and they're like, yeah, these rural communities really need this. Oh yeah, they need this to survive. The locals at Pikanjicum are like, we thought you were bringing fucking bread and milk.
Yeah.
Where's the food, dog?
We haven't eaten in 12 months and you bring us fucking tubing.
And he's like, and then we wonder why we do research afterwards and none of them want to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, stop bringing us building materials. My children are hungry.
You literally brought the same pallet. You brought a forklift driver or a forklift and a bunch of copper piping. 6 years in a row now. How is this show still running?
We've got eight forklifts out the back, all frozen over.
Just want some bread.
We're starving.
You didn't even bring fuel for the first 4 forklifts.
Oh yeah, the thing is we tried bringing bread and milk, and every time we do it's expired by the time we get here.
And then they get there just like, yeah, we delivered this stuff, just gotta wait for them to unload it, and then I'm out of here. And they're just like, hey, Mark, how about you help us out? And he's like, fuck off, Randy. I am a driver, not an unloader.
I'm going home.
I am going home to fuck my miserable wife. She froze over last winter.
Her attitude was cold for years, and now her temperature's literally frozen.
Oh, that's. I'm sorry to hear about that. Don't worry, she's still warmer than her mother. She's
still warm where it counts.
She's a witch.
a real ice witch.
A real Northern Lights type, if you know what I mean. Just
a real nanny is Tilda Swinton, if you catch my drift. Doesn't mind a Turkish delight.
Clearly got baptized in a frozen lake. Dropped right on her head, if you know what I mean.
Never came out alive.
Just going a little bit pirate. Yar, she was dropped in the lake as a child.
Oh, I shipped these 2x4 planks all the way to Pipanchicum, and now I'm gonna make you walk them. Every single one of you. Yeah, so he really does just get the fuck out of there and fucking yeet off.
Mark.
He leaves the whole trailer. Remember, he's like, he gets there.
Hey, Mark, don't you need this for your next delivery? No, fuck off. You can keep it, you asshole.
He comes in, parks up for 5 minutes, and then he's like, just unclips the fucking trailer, leaves all their shit there. And they're like, oh, we don't really have room for this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where are we meant to put that, Mark?
Nah, we don't have room for this.
We've got another delivery coming in 2 hours.
Fuck off. It won't make it back over the ice.
You got 6 frozen forklifts. You'll figure it out, assholes. That's what you get for living in a town called Pikanjicum.
I can't do everything for you. I'm a fucking ice road trucker. I nearly died on the way over here.
Oh, so many people are just going to be like, stop doing that accent. It sucks.
It's nails on a chalkboard.
And then, yeah, so Mark just drops his load and is like, deuces. See you, dude.
I'm going to drop a load of me. This is when I get home. This one's going right to you, Dallin.
But before he can even think about doing his wife dirty like that, he nearly just gets cleaned up on the road. Like the one place you would not think about running into traffic is on the ice road.
Yeah, he's never seen another truck on the road for 25 years.
The cunt just gets run off the road by some other trucker.
It was the thing of legends. I was driving out there on the road all on my own, and another fucking truck came along.
Oncoming traffic. What?
Around the campfire. Oh.
This is why they need.
So what did you do? Oh, I fucking veered off the road.
I drove over 6 venison.
I fucking plowed into a snow mound and said, "Fuck you! This is my road, and it only exists for me."
It turned out to be an infant moose.
Turns out it wasn't another truck. It was just the wildlife.
I took too much Alaska ayahuasca that day.
It's the PCP that I drink to keep me awake.
How do you think I can drive over ice for 16 hours straight?
What do you think? I'm just drinking coffee? It's PCP and rum.
And banging me head on the steering wheel because I don't wear a seatbelt.
We were saying when he's driving around and just jerking all over the place, he nearly bashes his teeth into the steering wheel like 10 times.
Yeah, it's concussion city.
Put a fucking mouth guard into these guys, seriously.
Just riding the most heinous horse across the app. Just, giddy up!
Such physical comedy. Get on YouTube, but yeah, it's literally just the fucking, feeding it carrots through the fucking... Come on, just whipping it.
Yeah! Get her done.
Get her done. Saddle up, boys.
And it's like the only sign that you see throughout the whole show, like the only sign of actual infrastructure on these roads is like one sign that just says, travel at your own risk.
Yeah.
It's not even like, turn back now, don't go this way. Your life is more important than saving a bunch of people who live out in butt-fuck nowhere.
Your life is more important than theirs.
Just, oh well, travel at your own risk.
Yeah. It's like, it's, I mean, it's you're risking your own life to save others. That's what these guys do every day.
Yep.
Modern day heroes.
They are.
Yarb. Gar.
Modern day heroes that could probably have a little bit more citrus in their life.
Yeah. These scurvy dogs out on the road slushing about in the muck.
I wouldn't sound like this if I could just have some room temperature maple syrup.
I need something liquid. Everything in my life is frozen.
If I want a drink, I just eat ice.
You heard of those liquid-only diets? You can only you can only consume things you can drink through a straw. I'm kind of on the complete opposite. I can only eat solids.
Everything has to be eaten. You wouldn't believe how disenfranchised. The first time I got served a yellow snow cone, I said, "Bert, what's that?" He said, "It's lemonade." And I thought, rightio, I'll give it a try. It's your piss, isn't it?
And ever since I've been pissing ice cubes.
Just piss and solids, mate.
Yeah, just fucking to take like cough medicine at night to give to their kids. It's cubes. Just nothing is melted.
But Dad, it's not gonna melt. It's too cold. Shut up and swallow it.
Even the vodka freezes out here. Dad, that's just a potato.
Oh, I can't wait to use that next time. It's getting into winter here in Queensland where it's getting below 21 degrees.
It's a bit chilly.
Just next time I'm outside, I'm just going, oh, mate, I'm pissing solids.
Pissing solids out here. That's good. Mate. Got an ice cube tray in the fridge, huh? The freezer.
Who needs that? Just come to the hot spot of colds.
Oh, you need some cubes in your lemonade?
Zip.
Some lemonade cubes.
Ice, baby.
Oh, shit.
And it brings us to the peak of the show. A man named Art Burt.
Is that his full name? Yeah. Art Burt.
Art Burt.
Fuck me.
AKA
Art Burt.
The self-proclaimed wild card.
His parents just couldn't pronounce 2-syllable words.
Art Burt.
Art Burt. Just fucking, your name is 2 little ice cubes.
I'm sure it's like Arthur Bartholomew or Bartholomew.
Yeah,
But
Arthur Beetson, something like that.
the famous Indigenous footy player. Oh, yeah, I bet. But
That's who this ice road trucker is named after. Artie Beetson.
no, it's just Artie who's just gotten sick of Australian culture not getting any better. So he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to piss solids and pick hand you come.
I'm going to go save some Pekanjikamise.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's actually what they'd be killed.
I'm turning Pekanjikamise.
I think I'm turning Pekanjikamise. I think I'm turning Pekanjikamise.
I really think so. But Art Burt, he calls himself the wild card. He's just like, yeah, you know what you're getting with me. I'm a bit of a wild character. You could get the Joker, you could get the King, but it's always the best card in the deck. Yeah. Again, I don't know why I've just slipped full into just Blackbeard's scurvy pirate accent.
Fails to do Canadian accents. Go pirate.
Oh yeah. My name's Art Burt, and you know what, buddy? I'm gonna get you that delivery, but on the way, I'm gonna be injecting angel dust.
I can't tell you how I'm gonna do it. I can't tell you what kind of hijinks I'm gonna get up to on the way, but it'll get there.
Just the highlights of him just like literally going all over the road, just swearing his tits off.
He's half asleep. It's just a fucking RBT ad, dude. Oh yeah, this vodka's the only liquid that I've had all fucking day.
Knocks on the window. Sir, you're in the middle of the Bruce Highway. No, I'm not. I've got to get this delivery to Pekanjikam. Pack it up, boys.
So you're on asphalt. No, the road's cracking. I can feel it.
You're literally in a kid's playground.
Look at the rivers. I haven't seen these in 30 odd years.
That's bark.
So you're in Morningside. No. It's just some fucking...
I haven't seen morning in about 3 weeks. We only get the sun once every 2 months out here.
It's 30 days of night out here in these parts.
30 days of night.
The thing of legends, I tell you.
And this guy, I guess they pitch him as the overall character on the show because he is just a bit of just a weirdo.
Yeah, they're like, everyone else is boring. This guy's a little bit eccentric.
Yeah.
He wears big sunglasses when he drives.
Oh, yeah, calls everybody buddy.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah, bud.
And he,
I guess he's a bit wild.
Yeah.
He's one of those people who are like, oh, yeah, I'm a bit crazy. I'm a wild card.
Yeah, I've got some cargo falling off the back, so I've got to get a ratchet strap and put a vice on it.
Think about it. That's really as crazy wild card Art gets.
Sometimes things don't go well for Art, so he has to improvise on the road. He really is the MacGyver of ice road truckers.
He's got this non-conventional approach. See, most people do it this way, but Art does this.
Just like, I forgot all my supplies, so I've just got to use what I've got. Which is the MacGyver way, I guess.
It's literally the climax of the show. It shows that nothing fucking happened on it. They're like, and then Art does this. And it's like, he pulls a strap out of the boot. He pulls a strap out from under his seat and wraps it around some planks that are falling off his truck.
Yeah.
And he's like...
Well, this might... Yeah, just like... And he's so nonchalant, just... Well, this might hold for the rest of the trip, or it might just hold for 2 minutes and then we're fucked.
It might not, and it might, yeah. Ooh, and he... I mean...
Spoiler alert, it holds.
It holds. Literally. Spoiler alert for this whole show. They all make it.
Yeah, they don't ever show anything where there's any disaster. We had to go do some research, and I was like, surely, like, there's plenty of people who die on these roads. Like, it's got to be one of the most high-risk jobs in the world.
No. There's been one death.
And it wasn't even in a truck.
There was a guy died in an airplane accident.
He died he was driving a small plane to the next set to be filmed the next season of Ice Road Truckers.
He was piloting it himself as well. And he just fucking...
Just couldn't tell the sky... Whoa.
I don't know if that'll come through. He just fucking... The mics need a bit of grease in here.
Get some WD-40.
WD-40. But, yeah, so no... That's the thing. I kind of came into it and I was like, what are the stakes here? They don't really develop the stakes of like, it's so fucking dangerous. Look what can happen. Look what has happened in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, if they had said like, 50 truckers have died on these roads. I suppose that's how careful they are, is that there's a minimal amount of deaths.
Yeah. Maybe it's way less dangerous than they make it out to be.
Maybe.
Married to an ice road trucker. That's got to be, can that be a spin-off? Like, you know how there's Footballers' Wives, the TV show? Ice Road Truckers' Wives, the TV show.
Yeah, Real Housewives of Pekanjikam.
Yes, dude.
Just them just sitting at home with a grandfather clock just... He should be home any minute now.
Just folding the tea towels again.
Yep.
Stay snapping off. Oh, I guess that's another set. Honey, can you pick up more tea towels on the way home?
Yeah, I do, but they're all stuck to my hands.
Honey, there's no tea towel stores between here and Pikanjicum. What do you want me to do?
Better get moving.
Come on, back to Pikanjicum. Pikanjicum.
You said it so many times.
And wrong every single one.
You got Pikanjicum out pretty well.
Yeah, that's the only... I did. That was silky.
But yeah, look, as a show, I mean, it somewhat leaves you on the edge of your seat, but it's not like the most. We thought it would be probably a bit more gripping than it was. And look, to be fair, there's probably episodes of it where there's just whoa, there's stuff happening all the time. This guy's wheel fell off and now he's fucked. Like he might be stranded out here.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I guess with like any of these like reality TV shows where there's a cameraman at all times, I think there's always feels like there's a blanket of security. It's like producer's not going to put anything out there that is actually horrifyingly dangerous.
Nothing that fucked is going to happen. No. The only show that ever really defies that, I feel, is Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
Because they'll literally they'll release footage of just his face just like bee stung to a fucking anaphylactic state.
Him getting hypothermia, he's like,
yeah.
If I don't find heat in the next 2 hours, I will die.
And it's like, that's the only one where I buy, like, yeah, you might actually die one day. But shit like this, it's like, they kind of show highlights at the start of like the worst crashes that they've had on the ice, or like a truck sliding out, or just the close calls.
Yep.
But in this one, there were fucking none.
I mean, there was not even like a risk, but just like at the very end, Art makes his like delivery. He's like, well, I'm coming home from Wakakanjika, or one of the cities that we can't pronounce well.
Yeah.
And just like he's done everything, like he's been up there, like he had cargo falling off his truck, so he did a quick MacGyver to like ratchet trap and get it all there safe and sound. Got it all unloaded, and then on the drive home, just drives into a mound.
Yeah, literally. Oh, he's on Easy Street.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing left to do, and he's like, oh, it was just a bit of a bump that got me. And he just ends up in the fucking snow.
The ice wore off.
Hey, how am I going to get out of this one?
I do meth to stay on the road.
Oh no, I'm coming down and I'm stuck in a snow mound. It gets cleaned up. Ice Road Truckers.
Yeah, look, I mean, if I had to rate the show, look, it's actually horrible to say that Maps was more enjoyable than Ice Road Truckers. Like truckers.
Ice Road Chuckies.
So I would probably rather watch an hour 20 of fabricated drama than 40 minutes of people actually helping communities and going through high risk to get high reward.
Yeah. The thing with real life and not scripting things like Maths does is that it's not always interesting.
Yeah.
It's not always dramatic. It's like, can we like what I would be doing if I'm a producer of Ice Road Truckers, like the Maths guys do, to curate the drama and create tension, is just go out there with like a bit of a flamethrower on the ice before they go over.
I was just thinking that, just throw some
Molotovs.
5-pointed stars on the road so they just like flatten all their tires. Just
where did that come from?
keep rolling.
I guess you're on your own.
Like the cameraman's just like.
Producer's like, we haven't had a crash or even a slide out for 5 seasons now. We need some slushier roads.
The last death we had was a fucking plane, so we can't put that on our show. It was airborne. There's no wheels involved.
they were like, when that guy died, they're like waiting for him to come and shoot the season, and they're like, they get the news. Oh, he's I can't believe he's actually just died in the airplane. Like,
was it a car crash?
like,
Did someone film it?
We've been waiting for him to die for 6 seasons. We've been filming for 6 seasons and we didn't get his was anyone filming? Anyone get a shot of the plane going down?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Ooh, no, he's just dead. Oh, fuck.
And
I mean, it's really sad or whatever.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, let's do season 11.
Yeah. All right, pull out the Molotovs. Put them on the road. Let's get this
Get Art
melted.
Let's get Art, pump him full of methamphetamines and get him back on the road.
You good to go another year round? Oh yeah, I'm fucking good. I'm a wild card.
Wild card's always ready to go.
Pew pew.
Yeehaw.
They call me Pistol Pete.
I'm the cowboy
Call
pirate.
me a Kimbo Arch. Watch me go. Yarm.
Are you sure you're okay to get going? You sound like you're devolving into insanity.
Yeah, I'm out on the ice now. I'm out on the ice on my own. There's a one bald eagle above me. You hear it squawk.
Yeah, just like the isolation sound cue. Just one eagle just...
There was one, there's just a shot of a guy out on the ice. And then they just... It's like the universal symbol for you're alone. I'll give it... Now, what do you give it out of 10?
I'll give it 4 frozen forklifts out of 10.
Nice. 4 frozen forklifts.
It was okay, but it wasn't anything to write home about.
Yeah. What does Ice Road Truckers get? I'll give it 3 MacGyver jock straps out of 10.
Jock straps?
Yep.
Not ratchet straps?
No, I didn't misspeak.
We've got a smelly rating system this week.
It's jock straps.
Tim Curry.
Art Garfunkel in here.
And you can check out all of Ice Road Truckers on 7+ now.
Season 10 episode.
Most of season 10.
No, you can only check out 4 episodes of season 10.
Some of season 10.
Literally, that's all they got.
You've got all of Ice Road Truckers, just one season. All of season 10, just part of one season. Some of it.
Just the 4 episodes.
God damn it! Who's our producer?
Jamie, tell us.
What's the show about fucking ice wheels? So that was 4 frozen forklifts and 3 MacGyver jock straps.
Yep.
All right.
Out of 10.
Yep. So 7 out of 20. That's not bad.
Thank you so much for tuning into On The Air tonight. This has been a great week. Ice Road Truckers is the best show I've ever watched. Like us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, go to YouTube, watch our faces, share it with your mates, leave a review on Apple Podcasts, and
We'll see you next week.